Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis have found themselves in a position that those who followed their Teflon trajectory might never have expected: apologizing. The pair's letter to Judge Charlene Almeida prior to her sentencing of Kutcher and Kunis's That 70s Show co-star, Danny Masterson, to a whopping 30 years to life on 2 counts of R-wording, went viral after they were obtained by independent journalist Tony Ortega. And both the letters and apology video share an uncomfortable tone of supreme self-assurance. While the pair is presenting mitigating information about a friend in order to potentially reduce his sentence is far from an unprecedented step in the legal system, it does not evoke the sense of supporting victims. At the same time, Kunis' declaration that the letters were not written to question the legitimacy or the validity of the jury's ruling rubs up uncomfortably against both letters, repeatedly and aggressively pressing the point of Masterson's opposition to drug use. Kutcher and Kunis seemed, in writing, to walk right up to saying that the claim that Masterson had used the R-word drugs in the 2 cases for which he was convicted was impossible. Mitigation is one thing, relitigation is quite another. The video itself is a bizarre document of contemporary fame. Both stars are in just woke up level, wrinkled t-shirts, with Kutcher unshaven and bedraggled. If the aim was to present us with a frank dose of Ashton and Mila's everyday life, it missed the mark. The result seems to bear the self-conscious drama of 2 people who feel compelled to create their own hostage video, plainly reading from a script as they alternate paragraphs. The pair seems ill at ease, although it's Kutcher, surprisingly, who comes off as a more adept performer. Maybe it's just that the pair assigned him the easier part, in which he doesn't have to directly contravene the conclusions that who read the letters came to. Kunis slips into a pious documentary narrator register as she lists off all the ways she and Kutcher respects the system and its judgment. Kutcher ekes out a bit more of a controversial tone, as if he's just trying to explain how things work to one of his kids. The pair didn't edit out Kunis leaning forward to turn off the camera, and why should they? From their perspective, her turning it off may indicate an end to the conversation. Of course, neither expected these letters would ever be read, and are now in a position even more uncomfortable than the one they had been in throughout the trial, in which the workplace on which they met is now being retroactively analyzed. To this point, the pair have transitioned elegantly from teen idols to sedate adult stardom. The nature of their relationship, reunited years after co-starring on That 70s Show, and after respective and other romantic partnerships for both, tend to be presented as just bumps in the road. As when Kutcher's ex-wife, Demi Moore, wrote scathingly about his treatment of her in her 2019 memoir. Nonetheless, Kutcher just keeps trucking. That being said, the past few years have been a season in which long-established patterns of thought about celebrities are coming in for reevaluation, and Kutcher and Kunis seem to have opened themselves up. There's a wealth of past interviews from the 70s show heyday, ones that are being examined to find evidence suggesting a climate of uncomfortable sexualization on the set, where Kunis began working as a minor child. If this may at times overreach, one 2002 video which you just watched, in which the 2 now married actors joke about Masterson's arranging a bet for Kutcher to kiss Kunis, has a lighthearted tone. It seems like the counterweight to what Kutcher and Kunis are trying to do. They're running up against that most unfortunate fact for contemporary stars. Even a movie star no longer has the power to create their own reality. So now you know why